All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a special episode of the Osu Talk. Not really an interview this time. It's more of an Ask Me Anything. We're going to be taking questions from the community, whatever they have. They are free to speak the questions that they have, or they can answer them as they want. So feel free to go ahead and get that started. Any question can be directed towards Deadbeat or myself. Kianko has the first question, so we're going to go ahead and give her the floor. Feel free to ask whenever you're ready.
Okay, so my first question to ask is, where do you aspire the Osu Academy to go? But
Where
if
do
you
I
want
s-
to,
Okay, where do I aspire for it to go?
yeah, or if you want to answer what inspired you to start doing it, that works too.
Well, it could kind of work as a two-part, I guess. The first thing that happened is initially a lot of people saw a request, and I don't know if it's ever going to get filled out, is Peppy wanted people to create tutorial videos. And if he did, he would create something along the lines of a collaborative mapping thing for the editor, which would be pretty cool. I mean, you'd have it set up to where you'd be able to go in and create something with a partner, which is a really cool concept. Where I want it to go is ultimately what it's going to start moving towards is more of like time-lapse stuff. You'll actually see maps being created over a large period of time. So say, for example, I want to condense like the creation of an entire map, 4 difficulty sets and maybe multiple sets. You'd see how that actually gets done in a matter of minutes. It'd be a video that would be maybe like 5 or 10 minutes long. As for it'd just be like, because a whole map takes like 30-40 minutes for one single difficulty, so that's hours of work condensed into a small viewable thing. And maybe I'll go into insight on certain patterns. We'll definitely go over stuff like that. But moving forward, as soon as all the technical stuff is done with the Academy, is how you start the game, how you install it, getting around Osu's shortcuts and stuff like that. Once all that's done and out of the way, the only thing to move forward is definitely for stuff about patterns and creations of beat maps. So I hope that answered your question a little bit. So if anyone else has a question, feel free to just say it down there in the chat down there, and we'll go ahead and get you up on there. Okay, Ogaku has a question. It could be either for Deadbeat or myself. Feel free. Go ahead and take the floor with that, Ogaku.
Alright, Z-Shot, since I don't think you've ever used your username change, have you?
Yeah, I have, and I guess I could go into detail on that, and I'll be 100% honest if that's what you want to know.
Alright, and then, before that, what would you actually change your username to if you had the chance?
Okay. Alright, so yes, I've used a username change, and it was not something I actually wanted. It was more out of a, personal spite thing. Some people in a chat channel, and I don't want to like give names, obviously.
It's alright.
Had angered me, and they had literally changed their name to something really silly and deceitful. So I went ahead and, like an idiot, I changed my name to Twisted Betrayal, and I went around like screaming and yelling. It was pretty bad. I had a big fit, and eventually it got reverted. And technically, I do have a name change still, and if I was going to change it though, it would either be Z-Trotty or Z-Troticus or Z-Trot with Z-E-D. Those are the only ones I do.
Nice.
Okay, so anyways, thank you so much for the question, and we'll be taking other questions next if anyone's got one. Okay, Pillow has one there. All right.
So since this is an Ask Me Anything, my rank has been dropping, so when do you plan on putting out more pony maps for me to DT and get PPs off of?
Okay, the honest question for that there is, I don't know. I really want to make maps. It's kind of something I want to do, but not to burst your bubble here, it's probably going to be Mania. If I get any other, like the last map I have planned to be ranked is Embers by Owl City. It's got like 22 priority. It's all ready to go. I'm just waiting for it to go through. That's probably the last map I'm gonna get ranked. But in terms of maps that I'm working on, I have a Sonic map back to back. It's one of the remixes from Generations. I have that as a Mania map, and I have the easy and part of the normal done. So that's gonna be pretty cool. But yeah, I'm definitely starting to switch my focus more to Mania here because I've definitely I would have to say it's probably the Mania World Cup that got me all crazy about Mania, but definitely want to give that a shot. So I hope that answered your question, Pillow.
That did indeed. Also, hi, Lockdown.
All right, and so our next person here, we have.
I think Soccer wanted to go next. Yeah, Soccer.
All right.
Alright. I was gonna ask a question, Deadbeat, both of you guys. Any friendly relationship with anyone in staff?
You're letting go way too early, friend. Hold it down and ask the whole question before letting it go.
Or you can just type it.
Yeah, or you could just type it, one of the two. While we're having technical difficulties, I'll go ahead and ask Deadbeat. I got a question for you, Deadbeat. Yeah, because it's
Oh
an
boy,
ask
here we
anything,
go.
which means I could ask anything too. If you could be, if your avatar is really a beard, how long would you let it get before you'd actually cut it?
Long
How
enough
long
to
is
the
too long?
point. Oh, long enough. Generally, I kind of judge when my beard is too long when there's more pizza on my beard than in my mouth.
Okay.
If there's too
That-
much
that-
food on my face, then I'm like, okay, I think I need to shave.
Okay, that definitely asks it. Okay, and now Sulker's question is to both of us, by the way. He says, do you have any friendly relationships with anyone in the staff? And that's dedicated to both of us. And I'll go ahead and let you take it first, and then I'll follow up. So go ahead, Debbie.
Yeah, I've actually met Azure Kite. He was one of the MAT members when that was still a thing, and I'm actually going to go meet him next week actually, which would be pretty cool. And also be meeting Smoogie Poo as well. So yeah, I'm pretty friendly with like a lot of the staff.
I can't say that I've ever physically met anyone from the staff, but I like to believe that I have a decent relationship with everyone in the staff to a point. I mean, there's some people that I don't see eye to eye with, but it's not exactly on the terms where I wouldn't say I wouldn't associate myself with them. I think of everybody on the staff and everybody in the game is kind of like a giant family, you know, a community. It's like there's always going to be people that, you know, you don't see eye to eye with, but I personally think I'm pretty good standing with most people in the community. I could be wrong though, you know, there could be somebody that's like, oh, that Z-Tron guy, I can't stand him. But, you know, that's their opinion and I can't really change it. But as far as I know, I'm really good friends with Deadbeat, so boom.
Yeah, when did we become friends? You just kind of like popped up on my friends list one day and you've just been there for like since. Like,
Yeah.
I can't even remember when that happened. It's been so long now.
I think it was over a multi-match. We played a couple multi-games together. I know. You used to hang out on Azure a lot though, and I hung out with
yeah.
Azure myself. And I think that's probably how we ended up getting each other on our friends list.
I'm just gonna blame mod. Hashtag mod,
Yeah.
I'll just no.
Yeah, hashtag mod was probably it. Okay, and so
Alright, thank you.
not a problem, Sulker. So who's got the next one on the floor there, Deadbeat?
I think it was Winra.
Okay, and then Winter, correct? I mean, I'm sorry, Kiyanko, my bad. My bad. Anyways. Yeah, okay, so go ahead, Winrar.
Winra?
Yeah, I think he AFK'd.
Okay then, excellent.
Well, King Kevin's got one. We'll put him in place of Winrar, then Kiyanko can go. Excuse me,
Okay.
sorry about that. He says, do you guys feel that the special mode communities are getting smaller every year? Well, actually, no. I'd like to say that I think that they're definitely growing. I know Mania's growing. It's apparent with stuff like the World Cups for each one of them. I mean, the only way the modes are going to grow is if you spread the word out. And the more people talk about it and play it and enjoy it and share it with the friends, the more the mode will grow. So don't look on the negative as if the mode is dying or, for example, you think it's too small. Just think of it more as it just needs to be put out there more. Because every game mode is good in its own standing. It just needs the community to back it, you know? So that's the way I see about it. What do you think, Deadbeat?
I have no idea.
No idea there? Alright.
I haven't really had like a big impact. Well, I don't really focus on the game. so I don't really know how big each community is.
Yeah. Well, I kind of make it my business to try to at least understand what's going on with each subsection of the community, just to know what's going on. And I feel the more I learn about each game mode, the more well-rounded I am towards being able to help people with their problems and issues. Anyways, though, okay.
I can't.
So,
Oh, sorry. I was going to say. I can at least say that there were a lot of people watching the Mania World Cup as well. So I think there was quite a big
definitely.
turnout for the CTV one as well. Taiko, I'm not so sure.
Tycho's had a little bit of problems here and there, but I still think that the core people of the community there are doing pretty good. I mean, they still get decent content out, and I think the people that are there are very passionate about what they do, which is good.
Yep.
Other than that, I mean, it's all right. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and give Kianko a second question here, and then Winrar can go because he was AFCA and now he's not. So go ahead and ask that question.
Okay, are there any features that you would like to see implemented into the game that are not currently being worked on?
Okay, I've
Yes.
actually. Yeah. My answer
This
is
is directed to
yes.
both of you.
Yeah, my answer is yes, and I know they're being added, so I'm not gonna say what they are.
Wow. Okay, I know some stuff that isn't added that I want to go into. I want 3D support for storyboards. I want a Z-axis. I know it's crazy, but it shouldn't be that hard to do. A Z-axis would make for a lot of cool stuff when creating storyboards, because then you'd be able to take third dimension into things. And it's not completely impossible, because if anybody was here during Peppy's interview, Osu is actually rendered in a 3D space. Those circles that you're clicking on, guys, those are not 2D sprites. Those are 3D images. Those are actual circles. Yeah, I might have just blew a few people's minds there, but it is definitely in a 3D space. It was explained when Peppy's interview was going on, and the actual circles are 2D, but they're put in a 3D space. The circles you make, yes, but you have to understand that they're stacked upon each other. Do you understand that, what I'm saying? The overlaps are in a 3D space, which means technically that 3D creation for storyboards and stuff could happen. One of the easiest ways to point this out is back when I did my exit trance map, if anybody's ever messed with that, I originally had planned to make a storyboard that kind of simulated each opening, and it got pretty far before I scrapped it. I had actually gotten the entire Lucky Star opening with all the stars flying open and stuff recreated. I actually got the Haruhi dance all set up properly, everything like that. And then I got to Digimon, and the problem with Digimon is its original opening shows a 3D Digivice that leans up and then shoots out a beam of light, and you cannot do that with the current storyboard editor. It's impossible. So I know I kind of went on a tangent there, but that's basically, in a nutshell, what was going on with that. So thank you for that question, Kianko. Who do we got next?
Winra.
Winrar. Okay, Winrar, are you actually here this time to...
No, I'm not. I'm sorry.
Oh,
God
man,
damn it.
Well, all those people that aren't here.
Yeah, I
Okay,
know, dang.
what's your question, Winrar?
Okay, my first question is, I see that you make mostly easier maps, like barely above 5 stars usually. How much do you enjoy making like really hard maps, like the Rainbow Dash or Windman?
Okay, so that's definitely directed at me, and I will go ahead and answer that, but it is one question at a time, so just save your next one for afterwards. So, I make easier maps because I feel that those are what is going to be played more by the community, and also it's a great learning tool for people too, because if I just went in there and went at the higher tier, that's one thing I do find as a problem with the other game modes, is there's not enough difficulty variety. It's just, there's really not. Taiko, I love Taiko. I want to be able to play Taiko. I really enjoy it. But the amount of songs that I could actually pass to improve myself and get better at are very limited. So, these things happen. But as much as I like to make them, I just like making them to get the rage, to be quite honest. 9 times out of 10 when I make something crazy, it's usually because somebody's like, oh, Z-Trot can't make anything crazy. He doesn't understand how hard maps work. And then I just do it to like prove them wrong. So I don't really enjoy doing them because I mean, Rainbow Dash likes girls. I literally just want to see how far I could push the editor and push the rules and standings to see how stuff. I mean, Blue Dragon did it all the time, but that's not something I normally do. I usually like to stay very, very on the safe side of the rule set. But when I make stuff like that, I push it to its max.
So you don't do it because you like it, you do it just to show people who's boss, is what I'm hearing.
Well, not exactly who's boss, but to show them I can do it, and I can do it better than they can. I know that's kind of a mean thing to say, but like when people
Well, I mean,
sit there,
you can.
yeah, well, when people sit there and criticize someone for not being able to make something hard, and then they make something that nobody's been able to no mod double S yet since it came out, you know, it's just kind of like a little bit of a sobering thing there for them. They have to realize that they were wrong, and I come up to my stuff when I'm wrong. I definitely admit it. You know, I'm like, you got me. But
okay, cool.
Yeah, they were definitely made for those reasons. Airman was a joke. I do want to get that out. I want to air that out. That map should not have been approved at all.
Thousand Forces agrees with you.
Yeah, I didn't want it approved at all. I literally just like pooed on the editor. My sections are terrible. Blue Dragons are kind of okay, but my sections, like, you could even tell that I did not care. Like, nothing, the patterns aren't really amazing. They're not really thought out that well. It's just like, it's just everywhere.
You hear that, guys? Windband was a joke.
It was a joke. All right, thank you for the question, though. All right, who do we got next?
That's a good question.
Yeah, it's me.
Okay, Onigaku wants to go next again. And then
Alright.
Pillow.
So,
Alright.
So, the video Osu TV, I only heard them when I first joined, and I saw a couple videos. That's what made me get into Os. So I'm happy about them, but have they been uploading? Because I don't usually see any, or it might be just me.
Okay, so you're asking about TVOS, like TV Video Osu, the YouTube channel that was used to feature some of the beginning maps. Yeah, actually, for a long time, I do believe, I'm not 100% sure on this, and I can't confirm, but I believe a user who's recently not with us anymore, Mara, did some work on that channel and put some videos to it, but a lot of stuff got removed. I don't think that channel's being used anymore.
Yeah, the songs and the audio being muted by YouTube and stuff, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it got dropped. And not to say that it couldn't come back out again, but I think it would probably only, if it did, it would probably only show stuff that we have for like the monthly beat mapping contest, stuff that is okay to use.
Yeah, I think that'd be actually better. Because, I mean, it's a YouTube channel, so you have to upload and stuff, so.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that would be a great way to show off that stuff. I just don't know if that's something that's going to go on. Now, as for questions, I did see that Sonner is got to go soon, and he would really like to ask a question. So I hope I'm not stepping on anybody's toes here, but I hope that answered the question for you. But I'm going to go ahead and let Sonner write out that question, so he can get that, so he doesn't have to miss out on this. So feel free to go ahead and type that out, Sonner, if you would like, or if you do have a microphone and you'd like to speak, feel free. While we wait for that, okay, here. Tell us some of the people who are making the time-lapse videos will be. Oh, cool. Yeah, for that, like, I don't want to just be making them myself, that's for sure. Because I want to be able to have more mappers of different variety, you know? And so what I'm going to try to do with that is hopefully I'll be able to get a hold of some good mappers that are willing to record their footage of them creating the maps. And this is also probably going to have to, a lot of stuff like internet speed and things like that are going to kind of come into play here, because if you're recording something, and people map at different speeds, if you're recording something like that, it could take anywhere from 30 minutes to maybe like 5 hours, and 5 hours of footage is incredibly hard to send to somebody. And if they don't know how to cut the footage beforehand or condense it down into a time-lapse format, then I'm going to have to do that, which is fine, but it's just, getting it out there. But I'd like to get a lot of mappers. People I can tell you have already said they'd be willing to help is Charles445, myself, obviously. I've been talking with a few other mappers, but I haven't got a 100% okay from them yet. So I just keep an eye on it. It's not something that's going to happen right away, but it is something I do want to kind of move forward. All right. Anyways, so thank you for your question, and we'll be taking the next one, which I do believe is going to be Pillow.
Why, hello there.
Yeah.
So I got a question for Deadbeat, because he's been lonely in the corner over there the whole time. What's happening with completed skins? That forum's kind of dead.
Actually, I'm glad you asked, because recently I actually started checking them again. Like, not 3 days ago, I checked 4 skins and moved one of them over. And actually another one I need to go check after this actually, which shouldn't take too long. And that should get another one into completed. And I think I've got like another 15 skins backed up that I haven't checked yet, which I should get around to. Anyway, we should probably go on to this question. Yeah, unless you've got something you want to add to that.
1v1 me have a hotel.
Oh, lovely. All right, so who's got the next one here? It looks like it's going to be Oceans.
Yep.
All right. Go ahead and feel free to ask your question, Oceans, unless you've AFK'd. Having a lot of AFK there. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, so he's asking what kind of music styles do you listen? I'm going to let you go first, Debbie, because I'm going to be a while on this one.
See, I'm not going to be wild at all, because I just listen to whatever sounds good. It's literally it. If I like the song, I'll listen to it. Doesn't matter what it is.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right, well, I'm going to be able to give you a little bit more of a detailed answer there, the Ocean's Killer, because mainly I really enjoy electronic music for the first part, and I like a lot of subgenres of electronic music, but something I've been listening to a lot here lately is electro swing. Electro swing is really good.
Is that like Caravan Palace?
Caravan Palace is a form of electro swing, but I like the stuff that samples stuff from the 1950s, like the vocals and stuff, and then mixes it in with the new age electronic music. So I'm real big on that. Five in Love and Cab Carnival are two of the main electro swing people I really like. So if anybody is interested in knowing what electro swing is at all, Cab Carnival and Five in Love, definitely go check them out. They make some really good stuff. That's a shameless plug right there. But anyways, other than that, I also listen to a lot of different types of dubstep stuff. I don't just listen to like woob 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 woob, but like it's just like I do listen to a lot of stuff on that, and I do like pony music. Like they call it trot step, I think is what the remixers call it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm dead serious. There's also like I listen to a lot of like video game music. I like video game OSTs. I'll often be online on rainwave.cc, which is a online radio station thing that you could request video game tracks to be played over. It also has a whole station dedicated to OC Remix, so if you're big OC Remix fans, definitely go check that out. It's really good. And I haven't been listening to a lot of J-pop. I used to listen to it all the time, but I guess having to deal with it every day kind of lose the fire.
Yeah, I can understand that as well.
So that's kind of the way my music tastes are right now.
May I add something onto this?
Sure.
Sure, why not?
What happened to your binge about Fly Away? The Tales Up remix.
Well, see, I binged that though. I listened to that way too much. I did 2 Tales of songs on Osu, and it was really good. I mean, Back On is great, but I mean, I just haven't been messing too much with any kind of J-pop here lately.
R.I.P. Pop Trot. I'll miss you singing in Skype calls.
Oh, it's okay. I sung the Pokemon theme song like a week ago. It's floating around us somewhere. You can go find it. Anyways, thank you for the question, Ocean's Killer, and thank you for the amendment there, Pillow, and we'll be moving on to the next one.
Cheers, Samoy.
Alright. Samoy,
What is the true meaning and purpose of PP points?
is that what his question is, for real?
Yeah, that's what he's written.
Okay. Okay, so the true meaning and... Okay, I'm going to answer this, try to answer it realistically, and then Deadbeat can answer it silly. That's what I'd like to happen. I'm not going to say it would happen for sure. But, performance points are basically the new score metric that was created because score was really bad. If you guys are really old-time people, anybody here that's been here for over 6 years would know that way back in the days of old, literally, all you had to do is full combo song, and you'd have 12 million points towards your total score. And the higher your total score was, the higher your rank was. And see, the problem with that being is it literally became, you didn't have to be good at the game, you just had to play it a lot. You know? And that's what performance points came in to fix. It was no longer about just playing the game a lot, it was actually being good at it. And with being good at it, you know, that's kind of like how it started. I mean, back when Score was around, I was like rank 300. And I'm not that great, you know? I think I was even higher than that before. But, it's just like, once performance points came out, I think I dropped to like 700 for a while, and then I went to 1,000, and I sat at 1,000 for a long time, and then I dropped to 2,000, and now I'm like 12,000. You know, it just happens, you know. I haven't had as much time to play the game actively as I'd like. Yeah, okay, when performance points, not when the beta came out, but yeah, when the actual thing came out, I was 5K. No, I was like 4K, or 3 or something. I'm almost positive it was I was 3. I could probably go look it up, but it don't really matter all that much. And I don't even really know when PPP1 was released. I should have known, but I don't. And so I apologize that, but thank you for the question. I hope I answered that. And Deadbeat, do you have anything to ask or put onto the meaning of performance points?
Have you got sick of you guys farming rank score, so you made it harder? Get better.
Yeah, that's pretty much the TLDR version of it. Okay.
You know, I think it came out around, I think like the first public signs of it were around late 2011, I'd guess. I think that's when the question marks came up on the profile, and everyone was like, oh my god, what is this? And then within like a month, everyone was like, oh, okay, whatever.
Alright. Well, yep, that's basically what it was. Peppy didn't want anybody to farm anymore. Alright, so we'll be moving on to our next question here, and that's going to be from Kiyanko again, so feel free to go ahead and take the floor.
Okay, so the next question is, like, because considering both of you have been around for a really long time, and often people that have been, like, registered for that long haven't stayed for this long of a time, I've noticed, like, a lot of really old users are gone, or will get on, like, once every couple months or something. But what has kept both of you wanting to stay in the game and not just leave, or be really sporadic in your visitation?
I wish I knew. I really do.
Good answer.
Like, it's just, for me, I just wake up and I just end up in Osu before I even realize I'm awake. I'm just like, oh, I'm in Osu. Crap. Oh well, let's find something more. That's about it, really. I'm here because I'm here.
Okay, well, mine's a little bit different than that. When I very first started, there was a time where I probably would have just left this game and not look back and not cared. But as I started to pay more attention to the community and stuff, I started to see that like helping people and doing all kinds of cool shit was something I really enjoyed. And I continued to do this for quite some time, and then before I knew it, I was a vet. And then after that, I started helping people with their maps, and I became a really active mapper, and I got like over 100 beat maps ranked, and that was a huge milestone for me, and it was just really great. But I think what keeps me here now is just the feedback from the community. Like before, I used to do a lot of stuff and it went unnoticed, and that's fine because that's not what it was about. But now it hasn't really changed so much. I still try to do stuff just to be doing it, but now I start to see the community, feed into it and give me their suggestions and opinions, and that's a really great feeling. I don't know if anyone here has ever experienced something like that, but when you can actively change the outlook of a community to a positive, it's hard to even put into words how I feel about it. It's great. I love the fact that there's people that want help and they're looking to make even greater things. And this whole community's got talented artists, musicians, all kinds of amazing people coming from all over the world, all to show their love for a game about clicking circles. It's nuts when you think about it. It really is, but here we are, and it's just fantastic.
Mind me saying that helping people is really...
Gotta love them cutoffs.
Sorry, I said it was really addicting.
Yes, it's definitely. Now, I did notice a question that was typed out by someone, and I'm not sure that they have the thing set up, so I'm going to go ahead and ask that one for them. That way they're okay. They asked, what are our favorite troll songs and maps? Like, not Shinta Aha, and everybody else had more bleep than me and stuff. So, Deadbeat, what's your favorite troll map?
Yes.
Deadbeat must be tired today.
Well, I don't exactly have an extensive history of playing a lot of beat maps. There was Jarby's map of Peppy singing the Perfume song.
Yeah.
That was rather amusing. I did like that. That was quite good.
Yeah, that one was pretty good. One of my favorites in terms of straight up troll maps is it doesn't even work anymore, but cutting circles was absolutely amazing. It was the biggest middle finger to everybody, because this thing would literally take sliders, they go off screen and pop up somewhere else, and you'd have to grab onto them, and it was so troll, but it was neat because it showed a flaw in the game, and they used it to create a mechanic that did not exist. It was a great idea until Peppy fixed it, and then it just looked really weird. But anyways, thank you for that question, and now we'll move back to our official list here, which I do believe Toenail is next.
Yep, it's Toenail. What you got for us? What are your favorite animes?
And we're not gonna say that next part, because no.
Yeah, no, the second part is just a nope. Favorite animes, I'm gonna go with Akagi. That or TTGL.
Ah, man. I used to be such a weeb, and I used to watch so much anime. And I'm gonna be quite honest. I used to prefer the older animes. So my list would probably be around Cowboy Bebop, Trigun, Gatekeepers, Rune Warrior Louie.
I bet you got Cowboy Bebop right beside me, and I still actually haven't watched it yet. I really want to, and I just never get around to it.
Sailor Moon. I liked Sailor Moon. Samurai Champloo was pretty good. I also really liked let's see here.
What was it? Hinamari or something like that?
Himawari. Yeah,
That's
that
the
was
one.
of the-
You were
yeah,
really into that one.
Oh yeah, man, that was some good crap, and like, not a lot of people know about that one. Trying to think of some other. I don't really pay attention to too many of the newer ones. Like the newest anime I think I've watched was Fairy Tail, and I didn't really finish Fairy Tail. Yeah, I seen Hidamari's sketch.
Yeah, I've read like all of Fairy Tail, so yeah.
Unfortunately, I've definitely watched Naruto, and I've seen way too many animes. Like I've had like a massive list of stuff that I've finished, but like I think the newest one, if it wasn't Fairy Tail, it would have to be Attack on Titan.
Mine
And I
would
really
be
liked-
yeah. My newest one that I was watching, but I haven't really picked it back up again. Was I Can't Make a Kill.
Yeah. I really wish that there was a way that people could see this chat. One of these times I'm gonna have to like create a stream box that just grabs this chat, because this stuff is just ridiculous. It's hilarious. I did watch Angel Beats.
That was good actually. That was really quite good.
Yep. See, I've seen Higurashi.
I thought Higurashi was weird because you watched the first season and it doesn't make any sense. And then you
I
watch
did
the second
not
season.
cry while watching this one ad.
Nope.
Watch
No.
JoJo.
No. Yeah, no, I didn't cry during Planet both seasons.
Yeah.
Man up.
Gatekeepers. Like, not the Gatekeepers, that one, but 21. The OVA. The 6-episode one. That shit was good.
Oh, I know what we haven't mentioned yet. Evangelion.
Oh, yeah, I definitely watched that.
That should be although that should be an obligatory, really.
Like, I mean, I had Evangelion Avatar for like 2 years.
The original, last 2 episodes, like the original 2 that aired, I think they were. It were just so bad though. They were actually bad to the point where they were pretty much forced to remake it as soon as they could afford to.
Yeah. Yes, I have watched Avatar and Korra series. I enjoy them both.
I still need to watch season 3 of Korra,
Yeah.
and I'm not answering that one.
I will. Yes. Anyways. Yeah, I definitely watched Mabaraho too. Okay, anyways, I think this one's definitely went on a little bit too long. I used to have an anime list that was full of a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, I also watched Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah, I
and,
think that was another obligatory.
Yeah, that's kind of given. Also, Ragtime Coyote Show. I seen that one too, and I don't know if anybody knows that one. I probably just butchered the name. I can't even remember it.
Yeah, I think we'll move on now, because I think Remy Flame wants to ask his question, and he's next.
Yeah. Alright, go for it, Remy.
What you got for us? I don't play Mania, but when I do, it's normally 6k.
Oh man, Deadbeat, if you would have just went in that, I normally don't play Mania, but when I do, I prefer 6k. That would have been great. All the memes there.
Yeah, I
Anyway.
kind of realized when I was talking, like, oh god, what have I done?
Yeah.
What have I done?
Anyways, Remy, I'm definitely a 4-key nut, and the way I play 4-key is a little bit weird, I guess, because I played a lot of Step Mania before I came to this, and obviously no one taught me how to play Step Mania properly, apparently, because I still use the arrow keys. So I literally play Osu Mania with arrow keys. And I do okay. Apparently, Lolliflam was like, how are you playing? Like, I could do, like, advanced crack tracks with arrow keys. So, I mean, I can't do exhaust, no, but I could do advanced. I'm not that good.
I thought you liked 8k.
No, I can play 8K. I can play anything that's even. But
Right,
I
okay.
prefer 4K.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Because the second you put that space bar in there, my brain goes like, dumb.
Yeah, that's why I was complaining the other day. I was like, I don't want to do that either. Don't make me.
Don't show me how to play. I want to be the only guy on Osu to play 4-key and play it well with arrows. It's going to be awesome.
I can already see Hayabusa crying.
Yep. anyways, if anybody wants me to add them to their friends list, if my friends list isn't already full, just send me a message on Os and I will try to get to it.
I won't.
Yeah, Deadbeat won't though. Just so you know, Deadbeat's not a team player.
Yeah, I'm a bit stingy now because I just got sick of having like 150 friends and I don't talk like 40 of them. So yeah.
Nah, I'm everybody's buddy. All right. Okay, so we have
Divine.
another person next on our list here. Special happening in the Osu Cup this year that we should know about. Well, definitely with that question, I'm going to be commentating, so that's kind of special. I'm going to be there all the time, or try to be there all the time. So that's something different. I don't think I commentated in last year's OWC, and the year before that, I commentated and kind of helped organize it a little bit. Not too much. Like, I mean, we had a whole team of really dedicated people that were helping get stuff set up, but that was one of the first OWCs that I helped with, and it was still kind of a new concept, so everybody was kind of just trying to get their place. But I'm definitely going to try to get a lot better at Mania for the next Mania World Cup, though, because I would definitely want to be able to commentate on that on a more professional level and be able to tell people what's going on and not just build hype. So thank you so much for that question. Deadbeat, do you want to add to that?
I don't really think much has changed with the World Cups that much. Like, I think a few of the organizational things have like differ each year, but there's never really like huge differences.
Yeah, I don't think too much is changing in terms of that. I mean, if there is any changes, you can definitely look at the wiki, and I'm pretty sure that all those are listed, and it's very easy access. So if you do want to, you know, take part in it, that's completely fine. All right. Anyways, thank you for that question, and if I could go ahead and have someone post up the list so we know who's next, we'll go ahead and have them.
Yeah, it's Kevin's
Okay.
30 because I know he tried to ask me something earlier, and I told him to wait his turn. So
Yeah. Well, I did answer one of his questions he typed out because I didn't know if anybody had just missed him or what. But okay. Anyways,
King Kevin, you still around? Okay, what was the
Alright,
question again? Because I can't
yeah,
quite
feel free
remember.
to-
Sorry.
yeah, feel free to re-ask your question, and we do apologize. The chat's kind of moving a little bit fast.
Yeah, well, the one you asked for me.
Oh, okay. I was kind of hoping for more vocal people, but it's fine. We don't mind.
I still
Yeah.
can talk if you want.
Hey! Do it.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to ask, like, for the special modes, if there still is the possibility to change the commentator setup and just ask people out of the community to commentate and stuff.
We actually
Well-
we actually had a bit of variety this. We got Jesse and Riker, who actually volunteered for the Osu Cup. We might see stuff for the others, but I'm not
Yeah, and-
entirely sure how that'll go.
Yeah, that's pretty much up to the discretion of the tournament organization team, like you know,
Management.
people that's management set that up. But I mean, like I know that the main thing with Mania is all the really good people were actually taking part in the actual tournament, so that was kind of a little bit of a problem there.
And it's probably hard because everyone is Korean.
Well, not everybody was Korean. I mean, we had some pretty
most
strong
of them.
players. But yeah, definitely, I'm not going to lie to you, the Korean players and the Philippines, I was really surprised how good the Philippines were. Man, that was nuts.
I kind of
I mean-
actually expected them to get somewhere. I don't expect them to get like that high up, but I definitely did expect them to get somewhere.
Okay. Anyways, so we're going on to our next question here. And thank you for your question there, King Kevin. Do appreciate it. And we're going to be moving to Sulker has another question here. So feel free to go ahead and ask that. You might want to type it out. I don't know if you've got your microphone fixed yet, but feel free.
Yeah, sorry for the cutoffs. But yeah, I was gonna ask you a question, seeing that we was talking about anime. Have you ever played like a visual novel? Any-ish visual novels that you like? This is both for you and Deadbeat.
Yes.
I could kind of go on a couple visual novels. I don't know if anyone here has ever played Ever 17.
Nope.
But it is a very good visual novel. There's nothing like really bad about it. It's just a really good mystery. And there's also another one by the same creator of Ever 17, which I would say that you definitely need to go and play. It's called 999.
I think I've heard of that one actually.
Yeah, it was made for the Nintendo DS, and it didn't get nearly enough credit as a really good. It's a really good game, and those are two visual novels that have nothing. They are completely safe for work, and they're very enjoyable. Another one that I played that actually did have a little bit of not safe for work stuff, but was still good was I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's like Otomanda Tunro or some crap like that. It's a really big, long thing, but it's like a chick with a dog tail and she's got dog ears, but they're in the old days, and you have to, like, during the visual novel, there's an actual war going on, and you actually get to like
Sounds
control
quite
troops.
familiar.
And it turns out the dude's wearing a mask.
Oh, Otowato oh god.
Yeah.
Oh god, I can't pronounce it.
I know
what
which
it is.
one you're
It's a
talking
very
about,
long.
by the
Yeah,
way.
we know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know what you
Yeah.
mean.
So definitely, so definitely I've played a couple of VNs, but I tend to stay away from the ones that are solely about bad stuff.
Alright. Thank you for the question. Well, Deadbeat, do you have anything to add on that?
Yeah, I've only read Umineko no Nakukuro ni, so
Alright, thank you.
I got like up to chapter 6, and I was like, this is taking too long, I can't be bothered anymore.
Well, they're visual novels. What do you expect?
I know, but like, it takes like a whole day of like straight reading just to get through like half the bloody thing. It's like, I'm gonna go read something else.
All right. Okay. So, thank you for the question there, Sulker. And we're gonna go ahead and move on further on the list. So it looks like Winrar is going to have another question here. So go ahead and open that up, Winrar.
Okay, this is aimed at both you and Deadbeat. Probably mostly Zetrot, because Zetrot plays more, but when you, in PPV1, when you found out about the technique to farming, did you use it at all?
That was a technique.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, where you can just play a map that's really new or something, and
Oh,
then get a lot of peppy points from it.
yeah, I heard about that one actually. I heard that was quite abused a bit. No, I did it on a few maps, but it was mainly because I actually wanted to play those specific maps. I've never really been interested in gaining rank that much though, so...
I love how people call it peppy points, though.
It is peppy points, it's not performance points.
But well, see, the thing is though, is if they were actually peppy points, that would assume that Peppy's, like leading the development on them, when it was made very clear that Tom's the one that's been working on them. So shouldn't they be called Tom points? But then that would be TP and not TP. So then that becomes a problem. They're called performance points because no one's name should be connected to it at all. Anyways, regardless of that, thank you for the question, and
Wait, but...
I'm going to
Are
answer
you
it.
gonna answer it?
Yeah, I'm going to answer it.
Oh, okay.
I did not play maps that were new. I actually did the other way you could farm, and that was playing maps that nobody played and getting like 3 or 4 or maybe 5 in the top, and that would skyrocket your performance points as well.
That was actually much simpler because people weren't as likely to overtake you as fast, so...
Exactly. And back then, version 1, it didn't like account the plays, and it also had this weird mechanic where as you were playing, if it was your first time playing the map and you aced it, you got more. So
I
literally,
always thought that
you
was
could
just
go-
a like a sort of rumor, not so much an actual coded in
Well,
feature thing.
I don't know if it was an actual coded in feature, but Ephemeral used to say it all the time. And like back then, I was like, oh, Ephemeral's like around there and knows what's going on, so I'm gonna take it. And it did seem like I got more performance points when I nailed something first try than when I did any other time. So I'm not can't confirm that was an actual thing, but definitely felt like it to me at least.
It's actually a surprise.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks for the question, Winrar, and I'm sorry for acting like I was gonna duck it there for a second, but I didn't want people to think I'm like farming scrub.
Yeah, it's all cool, dude.
Well, we've got
Yeah.
Angaku again next.
All right.
Alright, so relating back to that baby cruise in love thing, what was your like actual reaction when you first heard it, including you, Deadbeat?
Oh, I think I fell over laughing.
Well, see, here's the thing. We had actually set up an Osu Idol. That's where that thing came from, believe it or not. Because Osu Idol isn't some new concept. It was, we used to run them. There was 3 of them before this one.
Yeah, this is technically the 4th edition, so
Yeah. And I actually had took part in that one myself. And I sang Country Roads by the Hermes House Band. And Peppy sang Baby Cruise in Love. And then we were both listening to them. And I literally told Jarby, map this now. And he did. So
Wow.
I kind of had help in creating that. I don't know if Peppy knew that. Which, if he listens to this, he's probably gonna tear my face off because he wasn't even gonna upload it. And I said, if you don't upload it, I will. So he uploaded and took the
There you
heat
have
for
it.
it. Yeah.
but yeah, that was amazing. That should have won. That really should have won.
Yeah, I should have won.
I actually want to go.
I
I actually want to go back and find the
don't-
thread and see who did win because I can't
I
even
actually
remember.
don't think anybody won because
Really?
the person that was I know the first one, Lardo won it, and then the second one, I think Ancient Spin here won it, and this is back when people really didn't care too much about it, and it was just run by the community, and it wasn't an official staff thing; it was just some kind of thing that was fun. And now I have the hiccups, so I apologize.
The third one though, they just botched.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, the third one, it just kind of. I mean, there was some good stuff in there. There's some funny stuff too, but it just didn't like. People just stopped uploading. Nobody was keeping an eye on the actual dates, and stuff kind of just went down. All right. Finish the 5 in queue, and if there's any more like
Yeah, okay,
serious
so
ones,
There's
then-
5 more in the queue at the moment, which is Pillow, Kyonko, Samoi, Ono, Negri. And then if you want, we can answer some more afterwards. But this is actually getting on. I actually haven't noticed. I only just noticed what the time is. So I think we're getting close to the hour mark. So
Yeah. Okay, so
Hi.
who's got the next question here?
Pillow.
I do. So
All right.
I'm gonna ask a serious question. And
Go for it.
Why you want to be done with Pillow?
I didn't hear anybody talk about it yet, but what are your thoughts on all the OWC drama?
I couldn't give a
Okay.
shit. That's
Okay,
literally
well,
my honest opinion. I could not give a shit.
He can't give a crap, and I'll give you a more detailed thing on it. As for what that's going on right now, it's best that it not be spoken of till after the tournament's over. Everything will be explained. It's already been said in the threads that stuff will be talked about it, but right now there's a lot of stuff going on, and there's no reason to make it go any further and damage anything towards it. Everything's running smoothly. All the teams are going to participate. There's no reason in worrying about that right now. I can't stop you from looking it up, obviously, but I don't think making it a big deal is something that should be said right now, because
Well, as far as I'm concerned, like the shitstorm has passed. Like everything's kind of settled down. That's why I asked now. Basically,
Yeah.
what were your thoughts on what happened?
well, my personal thoughts is I just kind of looked at it and I was like, well, that's happening. I mean, because ultimately, at the end of the day, there's nothing we could say in terms of. I mean, it's clearly out there that you can do whatever you want. If you want to host your own tournament, you can host your own tournament.
That's true.
But the way it was done and stuff, I wouldn't agree with. But I don't really want to go into the whole detail of everything that's been going on it till we get the official okay to release that information. I don't want to step on anybody's toes and get somebody mad at me, you know?
The only thing I found with it really was I was kind of let down by the community. Like, there was a lot of childishness that happened, and like, I don't know. I guess I saw Osu is better than that.
Yeah. And like I said, as it's been stated in the OWC thread, that will be formally and completely acknowledged and gone over after the tournament has. So that is something that will be explained later.
All right,
and
thank you for answering my question.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Okay, and who do we got next?
Yonko.
Alrighty. Go ahead.
So aside from clicking circles, what other games are you really into?
Payday 2.
This for both Deadbeat and Z-Trot.
I play a lot of Payday 2.
I can answer Deadbeats just because I see his Steam all day.
Yeah, I'll probably, for a game that's really cheap, I'll put like a lot of time into that game. Most of the time I play Payday 2 or Dota. I really want to get back into Warframe, but I don't really have any, like, as your kite who I was playing with can't really play it at the moment, so
Yeah.
I'll probably pick that up again when he can play, but for the most part it's mostly just Payday 2 and Dota.
I need to get you through the rest of Dead Rising 3.
Oh, yes you do! I totally
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to go through Borderlands the pre-sequel.
I beat it, and then I went through the hell mode, and then I went through, I beat the crap out of that game, dude.
Yeah, it sounds like you did. You really did need that.
Oh, dude, it was fun. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I needed something like that. Yeah, so anyways, as for games that I play, I've got a small list, but it's kind of large at the same time. I've recently been playing a lot of Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, and Mario Kart 8. Nintendo Rejoice. I just recently got G rank on Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, and like that's been a lot of fun. In terms of other games that I play, I definitely play Osu. I've been playing more Mania on Osu than anything here lately. I play League of Legends every once in a while. I also play a little bit, not too much. I'm only like level 29 or something on that. I can't even remember the name of it now, and I've been playing it, and I'm level 29. That's terrible. What's that new game? No, it's a new MMO. No, it's a new MMO. It's like you get your own house and stuff. I got a farm on it and everything already.
Arcade?
Yeah, there we go. That's
Yeah,
I'm like level 29 in there. All I've been doing is farming now. I don't even care. And not farming is in like MMO. Like, I mean farming is in like I own a farm. And like, yeah, I own a farm and I've got land and I pay my taxes. It is not a pony farm.
I've heard a lot of good things about Arcade. Cool.
It's alright.
I actually found an Arcade skin.
Like, I mean, it's definitely something different if you play it different. If you play it like any other MMO and you're not worried about all the stuff it has to offer, it's not going to be any different to you. And it's going to be like, boring. You're not going to really like it. It's not going to be anything but another MMO, and you're going to go through it, you're going to hit level cap, and you're going to be done. But if you play it for what it actually can be, there's so much more to it. And like, I've already got a house. I've already got a farm. I've been making like buku money, like, and it's great. Like, you can actually do all this cool stuff with it, you know? And it's a really cool game in that aspect. Like, you could become a shopkeep and you could actually finance land for your It's like a little own mini world, basically. It's
Can
really
even
cool.
be a fugitive.
Yeah,
Or a
you can.
pirate.
You can steal people's stuff.
I would
don't know
totally
how
be a
well
pirate.
it'll work about that, but you could just straight up walk into their farm and take their crops, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if they've changed that. or anything.
That's pretty much how it goes. And yeah, you can go to jail.
Yep. Anyways, thank you for that question there. Yeah, I don't want to go on too many other games. So,
Why'd
if
you ask
anybody
that?
else, yeah.
Was it Kianka who asked that question?
I
Yes.
do believe
Okay,
so.
so
Yeah.
that's the Moy's turn.
Yep.
Will O story mode be like if there was going to be one of... What would O story mode be like if there's... I couldn't even answer that.
I could.
Wait, you
Okay,
actually know
so-
about this?
Yeah. Dude,
Wow.
I'm telling you, man, I know a whole lot of stuff.
Okay, well, I'm
Initially-
not sure, but we should be talking about this if even I don't know about it, but...
Oh, no. This is an old-ass concept, man. This is an old-ass concept. Me and Luigi Han used to talk about it all the time. I don't know if it's actually ever going to happen, but I could at least talk about the concepts we went over.
Alright.
There should be nothing wrong with that. Here's the thing about story mode. Originally, it intended to be like what me and Luigi Han, like, mind you, this has nothing to do with if there's actually a story mode being planned. That would be news to me. But the story mode we were talking about was like there'd be like 20 maps or so, and they tell a story through playing them. The initial concept was brought up when Don't Stop Me Now came out. Initially, we didn't want it to be like exactly like Elite Beat Agents or Osu Talk Ondan in that regard, but we wanted like conflict resolution to happen in the background during a beat map being played, and if you did good, it would affect the outcome. If you did bad, it would make it worse, you know. And it was like a career mode, so to speak. And the 20 songs that you'd play would each progressively get harder and harder till you got to the very end. And then at the very end, it would open up and let you play any of the user-created maps. It was kind of like a crash course tutorial. You had to play that in order to get to the free mode, but it never happened. It was something we wanted to happen, but it didn't. So, thank you for that question there, and we'll take the next one, and we're going to be wrapping this up. I will take questions after it, but we do have to cut off the recording.
Yeah, so we've got Ono, Negri, and then we're done. So Ono, if you would, quickly.
Yeah, sure. Hi, do you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Alright, so my question is, well, this question is rather dedicated to Osu Talk itself and its founder, I guess it is Zetrod, if I'm right. Zetrod?
Yep.
Yeah, I wanted to ask something about your project, Osu Talk, which goes on since several months now, if I'm not wrong. And I think a lot of people know it already, but if I'm honest, in the past, I never thought something like that would appear in Osu. I mean, you know, it was a new game, and I guess many of us didn't even thought this would appear. And anyway, maybe you can tell us how this came up and if you had experience before in this kind of stuff, like radio or something like that. I mean, it must had a lot of preparation to do it, to bring it that far. Can you tell us something about it?
Yes, and Onosaki, oh my god, thank you. This is like the best question all day. For me, at least. For me. I'm not saying it's the best
Glad to
question
hear that.
to everybody else, but it's just a really, really good question. And, okay, so, I'm not trying to be rude to everybody, but, okay, so
He
how
is.
the initial concept for Osu Talk started is, believe it or not, this actually came up about 3 years before any of this even started. And what I had wanted to do is, back then, I used to talk to people on IRC chats all the time, and we'd always move it to like Skype or Ventrilo, or it was just
man.
Ventrilo back then.
Rip
And
Ventrilo.
we talk for hours on ends about like different things about the games, and I started to see that people's ideas differed a lot. But if they sat down and talked to each other, like there used to be Falcon, a really old player. I know none of you guys are gonna know. Maybe some of you might, but he used to map and do stuff like that, and there was this guy named Metroid, and nobody saw eye to eye with Metroid, really. And like the way he did stuff in his maps, a lot of people criticized it there for a bit. And one day he got on Vent and he started talking. And once we saw his point of view and he was able to speak it, like everybody got along a lot better. And I think ultimately what happens here is you can better express yourself with your voice, and people can read more into the emotion that you're putting down if you talk. And that was my main goal behind it, is I wanted to be able to sit down and put this. We were just going to live stream it at first. And believe it or not, this isn't the first time I've tried to do this. I actually did an Osu show for a while on a live stream. It only made like maybe 6 or 7 episodes though, and it didn't go very far. And unfortunately, it was just due to the bad timing, bad quality, bad everything pretty much. I wasn't really ready for it. As for preparation, and you asking if I had anything to do with radio, I've never actually had anything to do with radio, but I was a very accomplished telemarketer for over 7 years, and I made a lot of money basically just talking over the phone and selling insurance, selling newspapers, all kinds of different stuff, you know. And we went through that, and I guess that kind of like conditioned me for decent speaking, because you want to always make sure that you have a voice that people like, and if they like the voice, they're more willing to buy something, you know, coming from a telemarketer's point of view. And so I did a lot of training. My boss, Susan, she helped me a lot, because when I very first got the job, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I was a teenager and my voice would crack, and I wasn't probably the best for I probably wasn't the best for telemarketing, but she helped me out a lot. And if not for her, I probably wouldn't have this voice that I have now. She used to walk me through how to go about sounding when you're talking to someone, and how you can come across and you know, be more presentable. And always make sure that you know the emotion you want to put into something. Like if you're talking about something and you want it to be happy, you need to keep an upbeat, like you can't monotone stuff. You got to give yourself all of it. You got to put yourself in the situation completely. Another trick, believe it or not, is to pantomime when you talk. Like even right now, I'm pantomiming crap. I don't need to, but I do it. And the reason why I do it is because it helps me project emotion better. And so for the preparation for this, it literally, it took, I don't know, deadbeat, what was it, like 2-3 months before we got the first episode out?
5.
5? Yeah, 5
that's
months.
a lot.
Yeah, it took 5 months. Well, mainly it was mostly just me being freaked out thinking I was going to fail. I had a really bad problem with that because I didn't want this one to fail. I really wanted it to work. And the second thing is I couldn't get, we were also waiting for feedback to see if it was okay, if the format was okay, if it was acceptable. And believe it or not, Andrea was actually the first Osu Talk episode, the hidden episode that nobody knows about.
We should upload that actually one day. We should actually upload that because it also had Color as the co-host.
Yeah, Color was the co-host. So there was a lot of changes and additions. And I mean, technically, the Osu Talk started out with just me and Charles, and then Charles just kind of poofed, and now it's me and Deadbeat, which is fine with me. I don't mind it. But definitely, I mean, a lot of work went into it, but I'm really happy with how far it's gone, and I really enjoy the feedback that I get. I love it. I mean, and the idea is, like, I know some people have been asking for some really tall orders when it comes to people, and please know that I am trying my hardest to get those kind of people. And if you guys speak to them, if you're friends with them, and you think you can convince them to come on here and do this, I'd be more than happy to take them. You know, people are wanting me to try to get Azer, Happy Stick, and all these people definitely would be okay with. You know? But yeah, thank you so much for that question on Asakihito, because I put a lot of work into trying to make sure that this is great. It opens people's eyes and gives them an idea of how it looks on the other side. Because, I mean, for a long time, I saw all these crazy comments about the performance point system and how it works and whatnot. And what better way to like kill some of that delusion than actually talk to Tom himself and get him to answer some questions about it, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we'll get to listen to that and they're like, oh, well, this is coming right from the source, so obviously that's right, you know?
I must really say that's really impressive right now. I mean, that are information some of us probably didn't even know before. So yeah, cool stuff.
Yeah, thank you so much. All right, and we've got our last question here from Nigri _SK, and feel free to go ahead and ask whenever you're ready.
Okay, so I got the most important question here. Seatrot, which is the best pony ever?
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah, that had to come up at one point.
Yep. Okay, so Twilight Sparkle is obviously the undisputed best pony ever. She is the princess of all of Equestria now. Screw Celestia. Twilight is queen. She is best. And like, I don't care what anybody says. Twilight is best pony. Twilight. I like books.
I'm gonna go with Ono and just say Toho.
Okay. Toho is not best pony.
Toho is better.
Toho pony looks weird.
But
Have you
Toho
ever-
in general is better, and you
Have
know
you
it.
seen Toho pony?
Pony just can't defeat Toho, okay?
Oh, I beg to differ.
We don't.
There is a Toho pony. Anyways, thank you for that question. And with that, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. It's a little bit of a long one, but it definitely got a lot of questions out. Some of them not so serious, but some of them actually did answer some really cool stuff about Osu. So if you've listened this far, we do thank you, and be sure to check in with us again when we release another one. And remember, guys, rhythm's only a click away, and we'll see you real soon.